subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest updates. Tropical Storm Bavi is persisting in the Western Pacific at this time. I would say intensifying, but it actually isn't at this point. It's stalling in intensity, but we could see a renewed bout of intensification on the way very soon in the East China Sea. It's currently at 26.2 north, 124.2 degrees east, 65 mile an hour winds right now, a pressure of 990 millibars, so already a high-end tropical storm moving northeast at 7 miles per hour. It's also a CDPS stage 6 for South Korea. We're looking at Gosan on the island of Jeju to the south there for August 26 for potential landfall. Stage 6 on the CDPS, there could be major typhoon force winds of over 115 miles per hour and potentially 300 millimeters of rain. So as of 7 AM Korean time, August 23rd, here's its current location as mentioned before, and its wind field extending out further towards the east than the west at this time. It's currently 218 miles from Naha on Okinawa, 356 from Amami, 381 from Shanghai, 521 from Jeju, and 535 from Kagoshima. A gale advisory is in effect for the Miyako and Oyama Islands along with Okinawa. No warnings elsewhere at this point. So maximum sustained winds of 65 miles per hour. ADT seems to have run away because it's barely saying tropical storm status, but I think it looks much better than that. JTWC at 60 miles an hour, JMA also at 65. This is the JTWC cone right now, and you can see there it becomes a significant Category 3 typhoon as it approaches the Korean peninsula with some wriggle room as it goes possibly further east or west of that center line. Models did shift towards the west earlier in the day. So that's what we're looking at right now. What you will see though is northeastward movement, and then it will sort of turn towards the northwest and then back towards the north, meandering a little bit as it progresses towards Korea. So this is what the GFS model is showing right now, and you can see it developing and growing there and steaming towards the north there, affecting the western coast of South Korea. Towards the end of this run, you'll see the development of another tropical cyclone. There it is on the right hand side, possibly two actually. As we look at the precipitable water once again, you can see the influence of the typhoon extending probably over just about the eastern extreme of China, but Korea will get a lot of it, and bands coming in behind affecting Japan if it wasn't affected by Bavi itself. Sea surface temperatures are probably the most concerning part of this right now. You can see how high they are. This is in Fahrenheit albeit, but temperatures of 27, 28 degrees Celsius extending all the way up to the Japanese islands and just off the south coast of Korea as well. So this is what the GFS is saying for wind speed there. You can see they're high-end Category 3, possibly low-end Category 4, moving paralleling the western coast of South Korea, making landfall there in North Korea, probably as a Category 1 typhoon, and then continuing towards the north. But that is just one model scenario. Right now, you look at the 10% chance of destructive winds, 63.8 million people in that zone. So the chances are real for all of those people right now. That's the green, the light green zone, the true green there. 10% chance of typhoon conditions await 3.4 million people as well, mostly in South Korea, although one or two little parts of Kyushu and the islands associated with them in Japan as well. So in the long run then, you can see here the CTCX model, the only one calling for a Category 4. Plenty of others there near Category 3 or at Category 3 range. Wind shear will be low to moderate for the duration really until landfall. Sea surface temperatures will be very warm and warming slightly actually as it moves through the East China Sea, which isn't all that common. Relative humidity looking decent as well, and you can see that pronounced bend there in the track just before it makes its run for the Korean peninsula. So this is how it has been looking on the satellite imagery. We don't have the Himawari, unfortunately, the usual one that we look at, so the imagery is a little bit more spaced out. But you can see it here nonetheless, and quite a good look at the storm. The western side looking a little bit flaky because Taiwan got in the way for a little while. That's impeded the storm's intensification for a little while, but now that it is getting clear, it will start to intensify more, and we'll probably see a typhoon on this later today. check out our new look Cyclone Tracker on the Force 13 website for the latest up-to-date information. You can also find us, of course, on our YouTube channel, search Force 13, and also on Facebook and Twitter, Force 13 at Force 13 on Twitter for the latest updates. You can also help the project become even better by becoming an Ultimate Fan on YouTube. To see the full list of Ultimate Fan benefits and to join, visit youtube.com/force13/join. With a special thanks to our top supporters this month. You can also check out our growing merch store so you can show Force 13's colours wherever you go. You can also find a link to our Discord server underneath this video in the description.